Welcome everyone to today's Lunch and Learn on e-TextBooks. This session will be recorded and available on the PCOM Library's YouTube channel. My name is Mitzi Sorrells and I'm the Cataloger and Special Collections Librarian at PCOM. And today we're going to look at several ways to access some of the library's e-textbooks and then take a quick look at 3 of our ebook collections. So if you're coming from the PCOM homepage here, you want to get to the library, and you would go to Quick Links, and then the third one down is Library. And the URL is pretty easy to remember. It's library.pcom.edu, and you can bookmark it. You can go to it just like I did from the PCOM homepage, or you could also Google it. It comes up as the first result in the list. And once you get here, it's important because you're going to go through your search, and as you go through, you're going to be prompted to log in with your PCOM network username and password. So if you try to go to an ebook collection right to their website, they're not going to recognize that you're connected with PCOM, and you won't be able to access any of the content. So that's why when using e-textbooks as well as other online library resources, the best place to start is right here at the library homepage. And while we're here, if you ever have any questions, you can find our contact information right here under About, Contact Us. And it has the phone numbers for our circulation desks. There's emails if you have a question and want to email. There's also a number for text messages, our staff directories here, and also the library liaison page. And down here at the bottom, you'll see our chat box. And this is active whenever the circulation desks are open. And you can tell right away by the color. When it's blue like this and it says chat with us, the service is live. And if it's a red box, that means that the service is currently offline. So let's go back to the main homepage. So there's many different ways to access ebooks, and the first one is right here with our one search box. So to look for ebooks, you would first select Books. Then down here under Limit To, select Ebook. And then here you have a choice depending on what you're doing. If you're doing a keyword search, title, author, you'd pick the appropriate one. We're just going to do a quick title search. And then you click on this button here to activate it. And now we're in the library catalog. And this is the record for the book you were searching for. So you can verify if it's the right year, the right edition. Over on the right side here, you'll see a picture of the cover. And as you scroll down to the bottom, you will see a link. And this link will take you right to the ebook. And you can also tell down here it says ebook. So you're on the right record. So let's go back to the home page again. So another way that you can access e-textbooks and ebooks is going right to the catalog. And you would do that by going to Collections up here and then select PCOM Catalog. And we are just going to do a search for the same title. And I'm going to change this to ebooks here. And it brings up the very same record. The link is at the bottom. So while you're using the catalog, you can use some of the limits and filters, and they're going to help narrow down the results when you're doing your searches. So let's take a look at that. So I'm going to go back to search again. And we'll just do a general search for anatomy. And we'll limit to ebook. And here you can adjust how many records per page you want to see. If you have a lot of real estate, a big monitor, you can do 50 records or less. It's up to you. And let's search. So it came back with 1,145 results, which is quite a lot. So we have choices. We can use our limits. We can use our filters to adjust this. So let's edit the search. We'll go to edit search. And we'll change this to title. And then we'll run it again. And that helped a lot. That got us down to 132 results. And then over here on the right, you also have a choice to sort. So we can sort by publication date descending, and that way we will have the newest titles showing at the top of the list. And here they are. So you can scroll through and look at these. You can, refine your search or do something new. And you can always tell when you're on an ebook record because it'll say electronic resource. And it'll say ebook here. And if you're ever in doubt, look here for the link. That's a giveaway. And just so you're aware, I'm going to show you. We'll look for this by title, and I'm going to do all material, just so you can see what the different records look like. So this is the ebook record here. The print record would be this first one. So you can tell the difference. This is going to have a physical call number, and it's going to have the library location where it's located. So you can tell the difference. All right, let's go back to the home page again. And another way you can find ebooks is through our guides. And you can go to all guides, or the most popular ones are listed right here in this dropdown. We're going to go to anatomy. And we're on the anatomy subject guide now, and we're going to click right here on textbooks. And then you have a list of ebook titles. And once you click on it, it's going to take you right to the ebook. And we won't do that quite yet. We're going to look at one more place. So back on the home page, the next place you can go to is our ebook guide. So you would go to collections and then ebooks. And this is our ebook subject guide. And this is a really great place to start. It's really good if you don't have a title you're looking for. You can browse by subject here on the list. These are the top titles. They're not the comprehensive list, but they're the most popular ones. And as you scroll down, these pop open through the alphabet by subject. So it's nice to bookmark this, and then you have a quick place to go to get started, especially when you don't have a specific title in mind. So again, when you find a title here in this list, if you click on it, it's going to go right to the ebook. And I'll demonstrate that with this first one. We'll go to Allergy by Stephen Holgate. And if you're off-site, you may need to sign in like I do. And you might get the duo push. So always have your cell phone ready in case this shows up. And you would just click on that button to send the push. And then on your cell phone, you would, there's a green approve button that you would push, and then it processes the request. It'll go through for you. Okay, and now we're on the ebook. So if I go back to the ebook guide, there are some various icons to the right of the titles. So we'll take a look at those right now. The first one, when you roll your mouse over it, it's going to say download sections or chapters as PDFs. Personal account may be required. So that tells you that, yes, you can download chapters, but if you want to save, specific content, you may need to create an individual account. And a lot of our collections allow for that. The next icon you might see is right here. It's a stack of 3 red books. And hovering over this icon displays view print copies in the PCOM library catalog. So when you click this, it's going to take you back to the library catalog, and it'll show you a record for the print copy. In case you wanted to see a physical copy at your library, you could do that. And the icon right next to it says this link opens in a new window. So you know when you click on this, you're not going to lose your window. So I'll click on it real quick. And it's going to bring up, here's the record for the print copy. And we'll go back to our ebook page. So another icon you may encounter is this little blue one right here. And when you mouse over it, it says limited number of concurrent users. And what that means is the library has a limited amount of licenses for that particular title. So only a certain number of people can look at it at the exact same time. So if for whatever reason you go into it and you can't get to it, you can always come back to it later. And then there'll be a link under some of the subject sections to visit the library catalog to search for additional details. And sometimes when you're searching, you know the ebook collection you want to go to. You don't have any idea about the title, but you're familiar with a certain collection you were in. So you can always go right to there. So we're going to take a quick look at some of these. Okay, going up here brings up our chart, and this shows the capabilities and a lot of our popular ebook collections. So you can see right away the platform name, and clicking on these links will take you into it. It shows you if it's available as PDF, printing, copying, if you have unlimited access, and also accessibility. So the first one we're going to look at is Access Medicine. And this is by McGraw-Hill. So Access Medicine allows you to have a personal account. I'm going to sign into mine. And if you don't have one already, you would just click here on this blue box to create a free My Access profile. And just sign in. And some reasons why you might want to do this. Once we get in here, I'll show you what the dashboard looks like. I'm going to close that. So click on My Dashboard. And here we are. So this is My Access, and this will allow you to use your institution's access sites from anywhere. So if you're going to be on rotations, it's very nice to have this because you can be on campus and you can activate it. You're gonna have access for 90 days no matter where you are. If you're off campus, you can still use it. And then it will reset after those 90 days. When you're back on campus, just activate it again. And you can save your favorite content across all access sites. So these subjects over here are other collections that we have, access collections. So if you're working in Access Pediatrics and you want to save some content, some case files, exams, things like that, you can do that. Everything will go into this individual account. And you can also save annotations and highlights and get access to interactive review questions as well. So let's go back to the main page. So on the Access website, you can use this search box right here, and you can type in any keyword or term that you want to search for. We're just going to do diagnostic tests, and you click on the little magnifying glass. And then it brings up our results, and we have a lot of results, over 13,000. So this left panel gives you options to filter your results. So if you want to just look at book chapters, you could click this, and it shows you in the right the number of how many you're going to get. The next section you can limit by is by textbook. So you could choose a specific textbook here. And then the third section is by topic. So if you just wanted to see information on health personnel, you would click on that, and then it brings up those results for you. If you wanted to revert back to your original search, you would just take that off and it goes back. So I'm going to go back up to the top. So Access Medicine, they offer an extensive library of books. And if you want to see all of the titles they have, you can come up here to Books and click on Library. And it brings you to this page. And the books are shown in alphabetical order, except if they have brand new ones, new editions, popular books, they'll have them right at the top. This is like the prime real estate area. And then as you go down, you can see they're all alphabetical order. And then on the left, you have an option to go to just a particular section. If you don't want to have to look through all of these books and just want to go right to the ones on behavioral medicine, you can click that. And it will just bring those up for you so you don't have to scroll through all the other books. And over here on the right, you can toggle between the layout of the page. Right now we're on the grid view. If you wanted to go to list, you could click on this, and this gets rid of the book cover. So if you have a smaller laptop screen, or if you're on a tablet or a phone, this is nice. It kind of consolidates it a little bit. And then over here under Tools, you have a couple of options. You can view an exported list of resources and also archive textbooks. Sometimes for a class, you may need an older edition. So this will get you to those. To export the list of resources, you would click on this. And then you come to this chart, and it's just going to export this whole chart of the titles, ISBN, copyright, URLs, right to Excel. So let's go back. So all of the ebooks in Access Medicine, as well as the other Access collections, have the same general layout. We're going to go into current medicinal diagnosis and treatment right now and take a look at it. And if it's slow to load, just try redoing it again. Sometimes if it's a busy time of the day, it may take a little bit to get into it. And we are pressed for time, so I'm going to stop that and we'll try a different book. So let's go into the Atlas of Emergency Medicine, see if we can get into that. Well, if we have time, we'll come back to this collection. It doesn't seem to be loading. Basically, once you get in, you're going to be looking at the table of contents. Oh, here we go, finally. So this is the main page, the loading page. It's table of contents page. That's the default landing page when you select one of the ebooks. And the books are divided into sections or parts, and you can click on these to list all the chapters, like so. And then you can also open everything up if you want to see everything at once by clicking Show Chapters. And then everything opens up all the way down, or you can hide them. And the left side of the page, this section is used for navigating the front pages of the ebook, like the copyright page, dedication, information about the authors. And there is a search box right above the table of contents that you can use to search the entire contents of the book. So let's go over some navigation into the chapter itself. Let's just pick something here. So for greater accessibility, there is a listen feature here. And what this is going to do is going to read the text to you while it highlights it, and you can follow along with it. I'll demonstrate it really quickly. Okay, and there is a little cog here for the settings, and you can adjust the colors of the highlights, the speed. There's a restore to default settings, so you can manage everything with the settings area here. And there's several tools above the chapter text sections. You can download chapter PDF, share. You can share via email, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Reddit. There is Get Citation. And Access Medicine, they provide citations for the textbook and chapter in AMA, APA, and or MLA formats. And you can simply copy and paste, the citation here like this, or down below if you want to download it. If you use, like, for instance, RefWorks, it's here. You can click on this and have it import into RefWorks. And then there's also a search book function here. And you can navigate from the previous chapter to the next chapter with these. And if you're logged into your personal account, these little stars, you can save it into your favorites. And it'll ask you what folder you want to put it in, or if you want to create a new folder. And to remove it, you just click the star off. Okay, let's go back. We're going to go to another collection. And next, we're going to take a look at books at Ovid. So when you first load it, you get to this page, you want to select the top selection here that says Books at Ovid, and then click the OK button down here. And on this screen, in the blue bar, select Books. And now you're at the list of ebooks for Ovid. And you can see they have currently 392 books. So they also have a personal account. To save time, I won't log into it, but you would do that here. And then once you get into it, My Workspace is where you would access your project citations and annotations. So looking at the books, you can use the left panel. You can use the alphabet to search by title, or you can search by subject. On the right side, there's an email link you can use, and then you have several choices for how you would like to view the title list. So we're in the hybrid view right now. The first selection here is to view by citation. And basically the book covers are gone, so it's a kind of a cleaner list here. And then this last one is newsstand view, so it's going to show you just the titles and the covers. So we'll go back to hybrid. And we'll take a look. You can click on the title right here to go into it. This is the old way that Ovid had people access their content. And you would navigate over here on the left, through the table of contents of different chapters. And some sections would have a little print button that you could print a little section. It's kind of clunky. They have a newer way now, which is a lot nicer. It takes a little longer to open. This is the button for it here, New Book Reader. I'm going to click on that. And this is a lot better overall experience than the older way. But it does take a little time to load. And you're going to have a more responsive reading experience, meaning the reader is going to reformat its content depending on the size of your device and your windows. So it's going to optimize how everything is displayed to whatever you're using, which is great. So if you start on it on a tablet and you go to your phone or something, the screen will adjust so you can read everything. Okay, it's almost loaded. So over here on the left, we have the table of contents and resources. So this is, okay, navigate by these arrows, and then you would just pick what you wanted to go to. And they have in-book navigation directly in the book where you can link to other contents in the book, like videos. You can play them right inside the book. You can navigate to figures or charts like this, or also reference information. There is a full screen view up here that you can click on to see everything in full screen. And then you would just hit escape to go back. And then in the bottom left over here, page settings, they have a lot of customizable settings to adjust how your content's displayed. It's like the font size, line spacing. You can switch to night mode like this. And then at the bottom, if you want to reset to the default, you could click on that. It takes everything back. Over on the right, you'll see there is an opportunity to share a chapter or a book with this button here. And then you can also download a chapter PDF right here. And then once you download it, you'll be able to print it once you have it downloaded onto your computer. Okay, let's go back one more time and look at another collection really, really quick. And the last one we're going to take a look at is the R2 Digital Library. They also have availability to set up a personal account. I'm not going to do that right now to save some time so we can look at more of the functionality. So when you get in here, you would click on Browse if it doesn't already come up to it. And on the left, you can browse the collection by publication type, discipline, author, publisher, or you could look at the practice areas. So if I want to look at health administration, I could click on this and it's just going to bring up health administration items. And if you want to clear filters, there's a button right here. You just hit that link and it will clear the filters for you. And we're going to take a look inside a book really quickly. So we'll go into basic concepts in medicinal chemistry. So on the left side, you'll see a picture of the book cover. In the middle, you'll find citation information for the book plus the ISBNs. These are the International Standard Book Numbers, and basically they are essentially product identifiers for a specific title, edition, and format, kind of a unique identifier. And below that, there'll be a description of the book. And then if you scroll further down, you get to the table of contents. And to get into this, you would either click on the link here or you could click on the plus to open this up. And then you're in the book. And once you're in here, there's navigation for going to previous or next. So you can just navigate from here. At the top, there is a browse search this title dropdown. And this is just a shortcut for the table of contents. So you don't have to go back. You can just access it from this screen. You also have tools that you can use. You can print this page, you can email it, export citation, and RefWorks is listed in here if you use that. And you'll also notice there are some tools that you need to have a personal account set up if you want to save content to, like save a bookmark or save this reference. And then at the top, there is a search bar that you can use, or if you want to do a more targeted search, you could click on this advanced options and put your search in for that. And we're just going to do a general search for gastrointestinal tract. So on the left, you can use the panel on the left to filter and refine your results. And whenever you click on something, again, to clear it, you would just click on the button at the top. But you have a lot of options. You can filter by practice area, publication date, discipline, and then down here you can also search elsewhere in PubMed or Mesh. So let's go back to the home page. And we'll just go back to the ebook page. So that's about all the time we have for today. I encourage you to explore the ebook guide and the many different ebook collections we have available. And please feel free to contact me or any of the staff if you have any questions. And thank you for attending this session, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.